Not sure how long this show will be, this particular episode, but I'm going to bring up a couple of things, a couple of posts. But before we read Tory's bodyguard, the letter that he has finally written in his appeal, apparently he was the only sober one out of the four, Tory, Meg, and Kelsey. Let's sing the Blues Clues letter song. Tory's got a letter. Tory's got a letter. Tory's got a letter. 'Cause he's really smart. Is that, wait, what's that on Dora the Explorer on Blues Clues? I forgot. I don't care. Anyway, let's read the letter from, that's the affidavit. I think that's how you say it. From Jaquan Smith, the bodyguard, right? And he's basically going to confirm what I thought happened already in the first place. Okay. So here he says, my name is Jaquan Smith. Okay, let's skip that part. He said, I was the driver and bodyguard of Mr. Daystar Peterson, who was better known as Tory Lanez, in July 2020. Mr. Peterson has been known to me for 7 years, blah, 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 blah. I was asked to drive Mr. Peterson to the home of Kylie Jenner, where Miss Megan, Pete, and Kelly Harris were present. Mr. Peterson was at Jenner's home for approximately 2 hours when I received a call to pick up Miss Pete and Miss Harris. Miss Pete, Miss Harris, and myself left Miss Jenner's home, but I was asked by Miss Pete to return because she stated that she had forgotten a shoe. When we arrived at Miss Jenner's home at this time, Miss Harris stayed in the car while Miss Pete exited. Miss Pete did not enter the home at this time as she went around the back to the pool area where Mr. Peterson was located. Both Miss Pete and Mr. Peterson. Let me not confuse you guys. Let me say their names, right? Their actual names so you don't lose track. Both Meg and Tory returned to the car after a few minutes. Meg was bickering, but I am unsure of the exact words she was saying. She seemed upset. The four of us left Miss Jenner's residence. And I'm pretty sure that, like I said, we during that time when I was talking about the Tory case, they were just talking about who's fucking who. That's all. As I began to drive, Meg started to fight with Tory. They were going back and forth. I remember Tory saying to Meg that he was going to tell Kelsey what was going on. I do not. So remember Miss Harris, this is Kelsey Harris, but he has to say Miss Harris in the affidavit. I do not remember what street we were on, but Meg asked me to stop the vehicle. I did as she asked, and Meg went to sit on a nearby bus stop. Tory went and spoke with Meg. Remember, I got to say I'm saying their actual names. After about 2 minutes, they returned to the car and I began driving again. Meg started the argument again and Kelsey asked what was going on. Tory told her that he and Meg had been dating and intimate. Remember, guys, I told you about this. I told you about this. I sound like Floyd Mayweather right now with my reading right now, and also what I've been telling you. What I've been telling you. I told you. This situation is messy because every dude that Kelsey would bring around, right? Meg would backdoor her and end up fucking with the dude. So that's always been the situation. Meg was always stealing the dudes that Kelsey was fucking with. This has always been, this is why I believed, me personally, I don't remember what I said, but I believe this was Kelsey. Basically, Kelsey, I believe Kelsey was on some BS. She reached for the gun. And I believe Tory was trying to fight her to not shoot Meg because Meg is a terrible person. And the gun went off. And I think Tory tried to protect everyone involved in the situation, which he was stupid for doing so because this is the state of California. And we already know how California are with the gun laws. This is why When Star Terrain said Tory was going to be found guilty, I didn't believe it at first because I thought he was going to be found innocent. But when Star brought up that point, it's California. They don't be playing around with that gun shit. Then I was like, oh shoot, Tory's fucked. So, and I still think that he's innocent. But let's continue. So right here, we're on line 12. Let me just read it as is. Because I'm confusing my own self trying to help the audience. Miss Harris was upset by, Miss Pete started the argument again, and Miss Harris asked what was going on. Mr. Peterson told her that he and Miss Pete had been dating and intimate. Miss Harris was upset by this. Like I told you, Kelsey was upset about this, as she and Mr. Peterson had been dating in the same manner prior to any relationship with Miss Pete. Miss Pete and Miss Harris began fighting. Like I told you, that was my theory. I told you this. I pulled over to stop them. Miss Pete and Miss Harris both got out of the vehicle and continued to fight both verbally and physically. I broke up this fight and was pulling Miss Pete toward the back of the car. I saw Miss Harris with a gun in her hand. So you see, right? I told you, Kelsey was the one with the gun in her hand. Mr. Peterson ran from behind Miss Pete and myself toward Miss Harris. Mr. Peterson and Miss Harris began struggling as Mr. Peterson tried to unarm Miss Harris. I was still pulling Miss Pete and did not see who shot the weapon. I was lucky I was not harmed, and in my opinion, Miss Pete was also fortunate. The whole incident happened so quickly within just a couple of minutes. And this is why I was trying to tell you, this is why Kelsey was asking for immunity when she took the stand. Because like I said, even when ish don't work out, women are going to stick together. There's this weird thing going on with the sisterhood that people are just not privy to. Because that was my opinion of the situation. I believe Kelsey was the one that was mad. And I believe Tory and her struggled for the gun because Kelsey brought out the gun in the first place. Because she was unhinged. And Tory was trying to protect the people involved. And look what it turned into. We go on line 14. He said, I saw Miss Harris with a gun in her hand. Mr. Peterson ran from behind Miss Pete and myself. Oh, this is just 14 and 15. So let me go to 15. I wanted to present this evidence during Mr. Peterson's trial, but was prevented from doing so as the district attorney was not ready to cross-examine me. And later they did not call me due to the holidays in the court schedule. I believe I should have been allowed to. So he was basically blocked. That's why I was wondering why, where was the bodyguard? Everybody kept talking about, so where Tory Bodyguard at? Where he at? So he was basically blocked from telling the truth. What is, wow. Yeah, there's some weird stuff going on behind the scenes, man. There's some weird stuff going on. He was basically blocked. Who blocked him? Nah, this is more than a district attorney. This is some weird stuff. What do you mean the district attorney was not ready to cross-examine? He was the only other one there. Nah, he was blocked, bro. He was blocked by like higher powers. Hopefully that dude don't end up missing. This because that's exactly what I thought. What he's saying, because he's the only person that was sober. Because I'm sitting there like, everybody says a different ish. Meg and Kelsey covering for each other. I'm like, wait, why? What's going on? What the bodyguard is saying here is this is exactly what I thought happened. Exactly what I thought happened. I'm going to leave links to my Tory takes from last year. And this is exactly what I thought happened. And a lot of people thought this too, but I'm just like, yeah, this is weird, bro. Let's see, man. Let's see. Oh, but like I said, Meg the Stallion is an awful person because she was messing with Tory behind Kelsey's back. That was Kelsey's man. And Kelsey was mad at that. And I believe she had the, because I was always like, okay, what's the incentive to shoot Meg if you're Tory? There's just literally zero incentive to do so. It makes no sense for him to like intentionally shoot her in the foot. That makes no sense. I'm like, clearly there was a struggle. Clearly there was obviously an argument. And when you're looking at the dynamics already between Kelsey, Meg, and Tory, Kelsey had more motive in my opinion, but for some reason that wasn't really brought up. But Meg went on that campaign to get Tory locked up for some weird reasons. I may add, Tory was going independent. He was independent. Rock Nation tried to get at him, and that didn't work. And now you trying to get this ninja locked up. Kelsey taking a stand, but she wants complete immunity. Like the whole case was weird, but that was my opinion. And even though Tory was found guilty, I said it reminded me of the Mason Greenwood situation. I'm just like, nah, I'm still on Tory's side with on this one. I'm still on Tory's side on this one. And people thought the nail in the coffin was the phone call, and this was after the fact that Tory was found guilty. But people didn't realize that was like the phone call didn't mean anything. That was more of him saying sorry for the whole situation that happened. He never admitted to shooting. He was just sorry for the situation. You know what I'm saying? But normies couldn't. They just can't. It's almost like the same situation when they with Mason Greenwood, and they try to use the audio for that situation to nail him to the cross. And people like I remember going through that, and I was just like, nah, he's being extorted. Because when you actually listen to the audio between them, you can tell it was way more than what she was letting on. And this is clearly something that she was just allowing, and this is something that they usually do, and she just wanted to use that as an extortion attempt. That was my opinion on the Mason Greenwood situation, and all these ninjas was on my neck on that one. So it is what it is. But here we go. Because I think, but it's more than Meg blaming Tory for shooting her intentionally. I believe the powers that be were targeting Tory, and the case is way bigger than people are giving this credit for. I believe Meg was influenced to do this as a punishment for Tory choosing the route musically that he wanted to. And people think stuff like this doesn't happen in the music industry, but this is very. I'm reading one of the comments right now, but this is, people don't understand. This is deep. This is deep. This is very deep. This is interesting though. But we all knew Kelsey had the gun, because it makes no sense for Tory to there's no motive. No. People talk about incentive, motive. Why would Tory have the gun? The way he explained the story, this is what exactly happened. So, it is what it is on that end. But because there's something else here that I wanted to, let me see if I can bring it up. Because Meg Thee Stallion, she was like, she wasn't at her label anymore. And now, they show like an interesting thing. And this, I don't know if I can find it, but they showed something. If I can find it. Yeah, here we go. Megan Thee Stallion has signed a distribution deal with Warner Music Group. Interesting. So she's not independent no more. Well, she's still independent, but basically, the distribution of her music is going to go through her. But I would like to see that deal. I would like to see that distribution agreement. And I thought she was going completely solo. But okay. This is an interesting move, barring, the news with, you know what I'm saying? Because I believe there are certain things that deals that artists have to make to advance in the game. And I believe getting Tory locked up, was part of the deal with Meg Thee Stallion and Rock Nation. That is one of my, you could call it a conspiracy theory, but I believe that there's something to do with that. There's something to do with that. But let's, because I guess Meg Thee Stallion has come up with a reply. Apparently, she's come up with a reply. Okay. I don't think I can. Let me hold on for a second, guys. I'm not opening this up in Chrome. I'm not opening this up in Chrome because it'd be freezing. Let's open up good old Safari. Let's open up this video. Let's open up the reply video up here. Here we go. But yeah, this is, like I said, this case is way more, it's deeper than surface level, because once the verdict came out, I was like, nah, this verdict just does not sit right for me. And even when he did the appeal, I'm like, I don't know if he's going to survive that appeal. And I don't understand why this is coming out now that Tory's already been securely locked up. This is crazy. But now that the truth is coming out, it's too late. He's already now. And I'll say this: anybody that's doing business with Meg Thee Stallion after this whole situation, you got to be one of the biggest retards on planet Earth if you're doing this right now. All right, let's see here. Let's see if we can press play.
Not snitching. Are you snitching or are you not snitching? Because y'all trying to pretend like Kelsey shot me. Kelsey didn't motherfucking shoot me. And I really wonder why her main problem with me was, you won't tell people I didn't shoot you. I was like, Kelsey, I don't want to talk about this on social media at all. But now you won't even get online and defend yourself. So that really just proves my points. Either you took some money or your life is in danger. Like, why won't you get online and say, bitch, because this is what y'all care about. Y'all care about online. Because the case, if you say you didn't shoot me, why won't you get on the stand and say I didn't shoot this bitch? You say it online every day. You figure out how to get your niggas to say you didn't do it. You figure out how to get the blogs to say you didn't do it. But the one fucking would have mattered from was you. You should have said, I didn't do it. Kelsey did it. If she did it, why wouldn't you just say she did it? Kelsey, if you did not do it, why won't you just say, I did not do it? I know who shot me. I said who shot me, and that's why the fuck you in jail. Y'all motherfuckers are dragging it online like it's some new evidence. There's no new evidence. Motherfucking witnesses went missing. Why? I wonder why the witnesses went missing. Did y'all pay them? Why y'all showing up now? Why y'all showing up? It's about to be 2024. Y'all still fucking with me. Y'all still fucking with me. Why? Because y'all see me moving on and doing better. Y'all see me trying to heal and trying to grow, but y'all keep trying to bring me back this way when I'm trying to go this way. Imagine y'all saying somebody is following the street code, not snitching. Are you snitching or are you not snitching? Because y'all trying to pretend like Kelsey shot me. Kelsey didn't motherfucking shoot me. And I really wonder why her main problem with me was, you won't tell people I didn't shoot you. I was like, Kelsey, I don't want to talk about this on social media at all. But now you won't even get online and defend yourself.
Yeah, Meg Thee Stallion, she all over the place, dog. I'll say this though. Meg Thee Stallion, she gonna get hers. She gonna get hers, dog. And like I said, Kelsey was asking for immunity for a reason. She was asking for immunity for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And Tory was a victim of trying to, quote unquote, stand on business. Right? We got this new term. Then just like he thought he was on his protect black women type shit. And standing on business, right, on the stand, and not revealing Kelsey's role in the situation, because clearly, according to the bodyguard, it was a misunderstanding of what happened, and that was my theory. But you know, we got these ninjas. I'm standing on business. She's standing on business. I'm standing on business. These ninjas, y'all gonna get yourselves locked up like Tory. I had this dude in my comment section the other day. With the Charleston White situation, saying that basically if he sees a woman getting beat up or something, that basically we're not real men for not stepping in. We not real men for not. He was basically in my comments. I'm standing on principles and morality. Did you? I'm sitting there like, bro, stop it. You have a family. Don't do this. don't do this, guys. Don't do this. Look, these people don't have your back out here. And Tory thought if he went on the stand, said what he said, he thought Kelsey and Kelsey would have his back. They not going to jail for your monkey ass, bro. You should have been like, hey, yo, Kelsey was the one with a gun, right? She took it out. You should have had some kind of plea deal or something where you're like, look, because I forgot who I think the gun did belong to Tory. I don't remember who the gun belonged to, but Kelsey was the one that took it out. Clearly, that was my theory. You should have been, look, the gun was me, but Kelsey was the one that took it out. She was on some bullshit. I tried to pull it from her. Gun went off. But instead, he tried to take the stand and be on some other stuff about the gun and weary about it. And I know what he was doing. I know what he was. I even talked about it in my videos. I know what he was doing there, which was stupid because I'm like, Kelsey finna throw your ass clean under the bus. Clean under the bus. And that's what she did. That's what happened to you standing on business, ninjas. You gonna die, bro. I'm standing on business. These ninjas is funny, dog. They be in you got dudes. This is why I tell dudes, don't be protecting these hoes out here. Because dudes will do all of that. And people will you still have women talk about Tory hates black women and you'll do all of this. There are so many men in graves, in jail. So many men for taking up for a woman, for trying to protect a woman. And they will act like these men do not exist. They will look at that and then just turn around and say men don't protect women or black men don't protect black women and all this nonsense. I'm talking about you will look at the sacrifices that the average man has made for women. And they will turn around and look at that and act like it doesn't exist. Tory Lanez is the perfect example. And look what they've done to him. That's why I tell dudes, just don't do that. Just don't have that mindset of that, because it's another path of self-destruction.